Hey, what do I always say to you? What do I always say? Every player, every team, one play away from glory or ruin. You saw what happened today with Phee Collier. Just like the other day, the WNBA race to the playoffs is wide open because there is not a truly dominant team. Indiana wins big last night against Dallas, and then they lost against LA, and they struggled against Connecticut. So Minnesota has lost a couple of games to inferior opponents. New York has lost a couple of close games. New York lost to Connecticut last night. But my point with this is Phee Collier is the heart and soul and the best player in Minnesota. And she has a nasty high ankle sprain. Going up, following a shot, and she comes down on, I believe it was Kayla McBride's foot. Nobody touched her. Nobody pushed her. She just zigged when she should have zagged, and she planted her foot down, stepped right on Kayla, and her foot just kind of went forward and twisted. And that is not a good look. Been through that. Not fun. Not fun. And I would probably say that her ankles were not taped as tight as my ankles were when it happened to me back when I was in college. When your ankle bends like that, and you don't, all you wearing is like an ankle strap. Your ankles aren't taped. I don't really know how they do it in basketball. But the way her ankle bent like that, I'm gonna guess that her ankles were not taped. And if they were not taped tightly. So that is gonna hurt. So I don't think it's anything serious. Now, she might have a slight tear, or it might be just a, mid-level strain to maybe some ligaments. Hopefully it's no ligament damage or anything like that. But when you have a sprain like that, man, that shit is going to hurt in the morning. But now you got your best player in Minnesota is out for an unforeseeable future. And here's the other part of that. The same thing that we were looking at Sophie Cunningham, the same thing we are currently looking at with Caitlin Clark, the same thing we'll probably be hearing about with Paige Beckers. When Phee does come back from this injury, from this particular injury, it'll only take one thing to set her back, because that'll still be tender. I think Sophie Cunningham is a better example, because when she came back from her injury, she could go probably about 80-85%. And then she tweaked it. Because if you tweak it from an injury like that, if the minute you tweak it, you're right back to square one. The pain comes back, you're limping again, you don't know how it's going to respond. So she's going to be getting a hell of a lot of ice. They're probably going to give her an x-ray and an MRI to make sure there's no ligament damage or anything like that. And then she'll get a hell of a lot of ice baths and muscle stems. And hopefully it feels better. But even when it feels better, is she going to be able to come back 100%? Is she going to be able to cut, pull off, stop, change direction, all those different things that she used to do when she wasn't worried about that injury? So keep an eye on this one, because that was a nasty twist. That was a nasty twist of her ankle. So we'll see how this is going to work out going forward the closer we get to the WNBA playoffs.